and welcome to your youbfit quick tip. Today's youbfit quick tip is bad news or is it good news? Is it bad news or it's good news? That's what you have to decide. You know why? Because every circumstance are not positive or negative. Every circumstance is neutral, but it's the way you think about it. It's your mental state. It's your perspective on what makes that circumstance a positive and negative. So here's the good news, or maybe it's the bad news. The good news is you are what you think about. The bad news is you are what you think about. What side are you on? You got to think about it because every circumstance is not positive and negative. You got to think about where you are. So you can look at any situation and say, hey, this is a bad part, but at the end of the day, there's also a positive end to it. Guaranteed. But you got to think about what it is. And it may not even be for you. It may be for somebody else. You go through a workout regime and all of a sudden you said, this is terrible. I can't make it all the way through. But you figure out how to way to get to the other side. See, in the beginning, it might have sounded like a daunting task. But if you do a little bit by little, by little, by little, every single day, all of a sudden you realize, hey, I could do this thing. And then you realize that there was a benefit. I had to go through the struggle first, but then I realized that it wasn't a struggle at all. I just had to figure out how to get back to the other side, and guess what? I made it. You know what's funny? I was thinking about this now. Let's say that you were driving your car and you got a flat tire, and you're saying to yourself, oh my goodness, this is terrible. Man, this is the worst day ever. Now I'm gonna be late to work. It's such a tragedy. Maybe you got the flat tire and it was a devastating accident that was right up the street from you. And if you were not into that accident, maybe something happened. Maybe you would have been involved with it. Maybe because of that flat tire, you end up bringing the car and have it towed to a dealership or somewhere else, or maybe a small mom and pop shop, and that person was praying for somebody to come in to help them pay the mortgage on that store. So, you know what? Because you had to come in and they had to fix the flat or do some other repairs to your car, guess what? Now that person was able to have money in order for them to continue their shop. So there's a positive and negative to everything. It may not be your positive and negative. It may be negative you, but you might learn something from it. Or somebody else may benefit from your circumstance. So don't think about it as being a positive or negative situation. Just realize it's a circumstance and you have to look at it as whether it's being positive or whether it being negative. But you got to look at it from your side. Do you think negative on when the circumstance comes up, or do you think positive when that circumstance comes up? Do you think when the circumstance comes, do you just dwell and say, man, this is a bad day for me? Or do you try to figure out, hey, how can I overcome this and make it a positive? That's you. So that's the bad news or it's the good news. But it's a decision you got to make. So think about every circumstance and look at it. Don't stress. Just make sure you have progress. That's my youbfit quick tip. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you receive it. Hope you believe it. Have a great day and you be fit.